All right, well, let's just jump into this first story. We got this from Fox News. Atlanta cop city anarchy sees at least 35 agitators detained, part of an international group. Suspects from France, Canada, and out of Georgia among those arrested in significant escalation at Atlanta's police and fire training facility. We got a video here from Andy No on YouTube, which I will play just a portion of so you can see just some of the scale of this degree of extremism. This is a government facility. There's what looks like power lines, construction equipment, and hordes of people running in and ransacking things. Now, of course, you've got many on the left trying to claim that it's not organized, it's just a demonstration, it was all impromptu, blah, blah, blah. But that is absolutely not true. You have people who have been occupying this location for years. You have an individual who was killed by cops after shooting a cop, people who have burned down houses. One private citizen had his truck set on fire and flipped over. These are extremists who have been occupying this area for some time. They brought in guns from across state lines. Believe it or not. I know. Shocking, isn't it? And they organized this. They are ransacking another government facility. They are funded. This is, look at these videos. I mean, some of this is crazy. Huge groups of people, and they're calling it a demonstration. I think Fox News even calls it this. They say a group of agitators left the nearby South River Music Festival around 5:30 p.m. and descended on the construction site of the proposed Atlanta Public Safety Training Center to conduct a coordinated attack on the construction equipment and police officers. All right, here's the issue. Here's why I won't call it a demonstration. Here's why I'll say it's organized. Here's why I won't say these people were arrested. You see what Fox News says? 35 detained. I guess detained is better than arrested. An arrest is when like a hippie marches in the middle of the street waving a little flag or sign and they say, "Sir, you are obstructing a roadway." And he says, "We got to end the war." And they're like, "If you don't leave the road, you're getting arrested." He says, "I refuse." They arrest him, bring him to the station. He gets a slap on the wrist. They let him go. That's an arrest. When you have outside forces from foreign countries and people coming from across the United States under a shared banner, flying a flag of an active organization with websites to recruit people, receiving funding, who has previously been engaged in insurgency and terror attacks, like that guy in Washington who said he was Antifa and firebombed an ICE facility. I am sick of them. Fox News, everybody constantly downplaying it and being like, no, everything's fine. Because I will say this before we get into the bigger conversation. You know, I have to talk about civil war, and I have to wonder, maybe there won't be a civil war because that would require more than one faction. And if the left right now is able to engage in this degree of terrorism, and it's terrorism, and even Fox News is like they're just being detained because they're agitators, then there is no opposition. Then all they are is, well, we have now talked down the violent extremism of an ideological fringe faction to the point where it's a protest. That's acceptance. So what happens? Well, the police won't arrest these people. You've got drag shows for children, adult performers dancing for kids. The cops won't arrest those people at all. It seems like, whether you want to accept it or not, they've won already. And so what may be coming is not going to be a civil war, but a culture revolution.